What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. We are back to work on the 2022 Brutale. We just fully installed the lower half of the airbox, tidied up the wiring for the injectors. Now I am missing a grommet for this fuel line to cover up this hole in the airbox, but we also installed the blow-by hose that goes from the airbox to the crankcase. Definitely still figuring out how all this wiring routes in the front. But now it is time to fill these forks with some fork oil. I'm doing this just for you guys. To be honest, I really didn't like working with forks to begin with, but now I really enjoy it. Very satisfying and awesome to see a complete fork come together like this. Now that we have fluid in those forks, and we have the sticker on the sides for you guys, we are going to crack into the rest of these parts and figure out where they go. Wow, this is one complex taillight. This taillight is not even close to what we're used to seeing on most of these sport bikes nowadays. And I love how this thing mounts. It literally slides right into place. We installed more of this OEM MV plastic trim on the rear tail, and it's starting to make this tail look really good. And we've even got a seat lock for the rear seat. But I didn't install this because the key for this lock is not our OEM key that we use with our original ignition. But I'm sure we'll figure something out. But right now we are going to pause on the rear tail of the Brutale because we got a very special box from MotoLoot, which we're gonna open and install for you guys right now. There we go, we got the MotoLoot helmet hangers on the wall. Now yes, I have collected quite a few helmets recently, but it's for a good cause. This helmet on the end is for the little brother. It's got the Cardo on the side, and he wears this because he drives the Vanderhall Venice to school every day. Easily becoming the coolest kid at school. The rest of these helmets are for neighbors or friends or family who wants to go on rides in the three-wheeler or on the back of bikes. This red carbon pista is set up with a Cardo, as well as my helmet has a Cardo system on it, and my brother's got a Cardo. They were originally hanging on these hooks on the wall, but these dig into the padding inside, and those Moto Loot ones are perfectly designed to fit nice and snug with that padding, not damaging anything. It looks way cleaner on the wall. If you want one of these helmet racks for yourself, check out Moto Loot and use code CJMedia for 10% off. Now we've got some more Brutale boxes to open. Wow, I'm a huge fan of that turn signal delete kit. That piece flows in so well with this wide tail light, and the mounting process looks OEM. Only thing I wish is these turn signal connectors came out a little bit farther, because I'm not sure how to route them to get them in here. And the reason we have so much extra turn signal harness in the rear here is because normally this would run underneath the swing arm all the way to the fender bracket that bolts to the back here and then sits right in front of the rear tire. So we've got plenty of harness, we'll make it work. Here's our headlight connector and the connector from the harness side. I'm not sure if this is normal, but there are quite some large gaps underneath this tail light. I wonder if that's where the fairing mounts underneath here on both sides. Now, most of the hardware we're using in the rear here is from the MV factory. I'm going through the parts here and I'm looking for a lot of these bags that have most of the hardware that I need. Now moving on to the swing arm, we purchased this thing brand new, completely bare from MV, so we need to install the chain guards and all the hardware. Compared to most, this is a very complex swing arm, but at the same time, it is gorgeous. Not only is it the single-sided swing arm, but it also gets to exemplify all of these sweet suspension and sprocket components. Now, I do want to paint this piece black, that's for sure. And in here, I think I'm supposed to rivet a nut into the swing arm to bolt these chain guides in on the front side as well. Now, this under chain guard actually holds up the rear brake line as well. And yes, I do got to find the correct hardware. Now, I'm not sure where these two pieces go. I have no idea. I'm gonna have to look at a diagram. We also cracked open a lot more OEM bolts so that we can pick and choose from what we need. But I'm definitely gonna have to do a little bit more research on how all that goes together, and I definitely want to color some things matte black. Also getting pretty late here, so that's gonna be it for tonight, guys. We will catch you in the next one. See ya.